Well, I don't know about you, but on a nice chilly day, some good tomato soup sounds really good. It's kind of one of my comfort foods. So I had some tomatoes and I decided that I would roast them up and make some tomato soup. So the first thing I did is I seeded and cut up. I had about probably 10 Roma or plum tomatoes. I had a couple of red peppers. I would have put in probably a few more red peppers if I'd have had them, but seeded a couple of red peppers and cut those up. Took maybe a couple of slices, fairly thick slices of a onion and about 4 cloves of garlic that I just smashed. Put them on my sheet cake pan and coated it with olive oil and salt, and I added some of my Cocoa Exchange Everyday Blend, which is still available, by the way, and at 50% off if you're interested. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these in a 425 degree oven for about probably 25-30 minutes and check them and see if they're ready to go. And then we'll take them out of the oven and we'll blend them up. Okay, it actually took about 35 minutes because I added in some carrots that I forgot to tell you about, just to get a few more vitamins in there. I seeded the tomatoes. I cut them and seeded them before I put them on the roasting pan, and afterwards then I actually took the skins off. Oops, there's one I missed. So you can see I took the skins off. Why would I do that? Well, a couple of reasons. One is because I really didn't want the skins in the soup, and secondly because I'm watching lectins, which lectins are kind of a carbohydrate binding protein, and it just kind of increases the sugar content. And if you have any stomach issues like leaky gut and things like that, then if you're trying to avoid any lectins, then you'll want to take the seeds out and take the skins off, but you do not have to do that. That's just me. You can leave the seeds and you can definitely leave the skins on. That's entirely up to you. That's just what I did. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these all in my blender, and we're going to then zhuzh them all up. Now, when I scooped it in, I scooped in all of the olive oil and everything, and I'd also put in a little bit of thyme, maybe 5 or 6 sprigs of thyme when I roasted them. So what I want to do now, you can see I've kind of pureed this all up, and it's quite thick, but I tell you what, it's extremely tasty like this. But I'm going to add about 3 or 4 cups of vegetable broth to this to thin it down just a little bit more. And let's put the lid back on. And we'll get a little bit noisy again. Okay, I want to show you the final product. After I had everything all blended up, I put it on in a pan on the stove and heated it up. And in the meantime, I made my little cheese toast that you can see peeking out from the side under my bowl. I then drizzled, as I put it in the bowl, I drizzled a little olive oil, and then I sprinkled on top some microgreens. And if you've never seen the microgreens, you can get them at almost every grocery store now, but for sure you can get them at natural and whole food grocery stores. These are broccoli, I believe they're broccoli shoots, and so they're just the beginning shoots of the plant, and I just clipped some of them off, gave it a little haircut. As you can see, you can kind of pull it out with the roots as well, but I pulled it out and I sprinkled that just to add some more nutrients, because the microgreens actually have an extreme amount of really concentrated vitamins and nutrients in them. So you really should try them. You can sprinkle them on anything, in your salads, on vegetables, on in any soup, in any dish. So I put those on just to get a little extra punch, and I then put the rest of my soup in a container, and I'll put it in the fridge, and I'll have that for lunch for the next couple of days. So very quick, very easy, not a lot of mess to clean up. and you've got a wonderful, nutritious, good for you, vitamin packed lunch. So I hope you'll give this a try. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you try this. I hope you will. So, bon appetito.